I did not recommend a drawdown of the reserves. Reduce GST to 7%.
This is not the first time. Maybe I just want to say, if you really must milk something, go and milk another cow.
The cost of almost everything in Singapore has gone up. The government does not seem to be too concerned about this crisis and continues to add oil to the fire. We urgently need to review of how our fiscal resources, including our reserves, are being used before we contemplate raising taxes on the people.
I'd like to ask the opposition MPs, if one day you are to steer this ship, I hope not, but we cannot rule it out completely. What is your overall underlying strategy? You're basically dissecting the problem and you're talking about water, electricity, GST, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we need to balance the budget. Crisis, cost of living crisis. I shiver and shudder for a while when I saw the word crisis, because crisis means I think somebody is going to suggest a draw on reserves. To me, this is a problem. It is a big problem. I wouldn't classify it as a crisis. Neither him nor me are qualified to talk about our reserves. We are only the custodians. And you know what? The reserves are not meant for you, and neither are they meant for me. They are meant for our children and our children's children. And that is why it is so important that we safeguard them. But I think if every time we come across a problem and a difficulty, we ask for the key to the safe and we start taking out, there's not going to be very much left in the safe, you know.
I did not recommend a drawdown of the reserves.
If I misheard the honourable member, Mr. Leong, then I apologize to him. You did not specifically talk about a drawdown, but I think you did allude that our reserves are quite strong. And when I hear you say that, I begin to shiver and shudder. I'm always very marveled by this mahjong table. What is on the table is MAS and Temasek. What is in your drawer is GIC, because I don't know how much you have inside the drawer. And it is very important that we keep our reserves as strong as possible and maybe as mysterious as possible. Because when people don't know how much you have, they hesitate to mess around with you.